So you have made it. The money's flowing, the business is booming, and someone at a dinner party casually drops, "Have you considered getting a jet?" And suddenly, your brain starts doing the math on why you're still sitting in economy next to a guy eating tuna, when you're supposedly doing well enough to think about this seriously. But before you start Googling Gulfstream prices, let's talk about what owning a private jet actually costs. Because this is where rich people either get richer or quietly start selling other assets to cover the ones they bought impulsively. The purchase price alone is staggering. A decent mid-sized jet runs anywhere from $10 to $30 million. A large cabin jet, like a Gulfstream G700, sits around $75 million. And the moment you sign that check, the aircraft starts depreciating like a luxury car driven off the lot. Except this particular lot charged you $75 million to enter. And the purchase price is genuinely the cheapest part. Owning a jet means that jet needs a home, and that home is called a hangar. Hangar fees at major airports run between $100,000 and $500,000 annually. If you're based in New York or Los Angeles, those numbers climb considerably, and your accountant starts developing a nervous twitch. Then you need pilots. Trained, certified, experienced pilots, requiring combined salaries of $300,000 to $500,000 annually, plus recurrent training every 6 months, because aviation doesn't negotiate with people who cut corners. That training runs another $50,000 a year minimum. Maintenance is where the jet truly reveals its personality. Routine inspections, engine checks, avionics updates, budget around $500,000 to $1 million per year just to keep the aircraft airworthy. If something major fails, a single engine overhaul runs $3 to $4 million. The jet has absolutely no interest in your budget concerns. Fuel consumption on a mid-sized jet runs roughly 200 to 250 gallons per hour, translating to about $1,500 to $2,000 burned every hour airborne. A coast-to-coast flight costs around $10,000 in fuel alone, one way. Insurance adds another $200,000 to $500,000 annually, and catering, ground handling, landing fees, and navigation charges quietly stack another $200,000. Add everything together, and a mid-sized private jet costs between $2 and $4 million per year to own and operate, whether it flies constantly or sits doing absolutely nothing productive with your money. This is exactly why most wealthy people don't own jets outright. Fractional ownership is the rational route. Companies like NetJets sell you a percentage stake. You get guaranteed flight hours, professional management handles every operational headache, and fixed costs drop dramatically. You lose some scheduling flexibility, but retain your sanity and a significant chunk of net worth. Jet cards let you prepay for flight hours at locked rates with zero ownership commitment. Straight charter means paying per trip with complete freedom and no fixed costs. For anyone flying under 200 hours annually, chartering beats ownership on pure economics every single time. Ownership only makes financial sense around 400 plus flight hours per year, which is essentially living aboard an aircraft. Certain billionaires genuinely do this, so the market exists for a reason. The real argument for ownership is time. No check-ins, no security lines, no boarding queues. You arrive 10 minutes before departure, walk directly on, and leave when you decide. For someone whose hour generates $50,000 in deal value, that efficiency is genuinely worth calculating. For everyone else, the honest answer is to charter when needed, keep the capital compounding, and enjoy business class without pretending the jet math works yet.